This is M7. We have word now that a massive 7.3 earthquake has struck off the coast of New Zealand. Now, as of right now, the preliminary data has this at a 7.3. This is per the USGS feed. Right there, as you can see, and this is a very shallow earthquake. It's coming in at only 10 kilometers of depth with no aftershocks thus far. Now, last night on the live stream, I was talking about an uptick in earthquake activity. We'd witnessed a big quake off the coast of Japan, then we just witnessed a big quake strike in the area of Greece. Luckily, no damage done there, or minimal, but they're swarming. And also, there's swarming happening in Iceland at a time they have both places swarming. They fear that there could be a volcanic eruption in Iceland, so we're going to keep an eye on that. That can cause a lot of problems. Here in the United States, we can see North Carolina seeing a small quake. It could be associated with all the other global activity, all these other fault lines. As I said, keep an eye on Puerto Rico, and we'll zoom back in here on New Zealand, as there are alerts out right now on the feeds stating that a strong earthquake is hit and a tsunami warning has been issued. This is the latest right here, top of the feed. Pacific Tsunami Warning Center issues a tsunami alert for New Zealand. So a heads up for everyone out there. Stay tuned here to my Twitter feed for more updates.
Powerful earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of an M7-3 has shocked off the coast of New Zealand's North Island, causing tremors to be felt across the region. Officials say a tsunami alert has been issued.
You join us in the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at night.
Someone you care about to lose their drive and desire to do anything? If so, we could be a sign of it.
Devin, a heads up here for yet another powerful earthquake. We have a 7.4 registered over here on USGS that is hit north of the North Island in New Zealand. This is following a 7.3 that struck earlier. You can see listed right here. This earthquake has had a swarm since. There was a tsunami warning issued from this, and you can see a lot of this is generated around this fault line. The fault line cuts right across through New Zealand. The tsunami alert that was issued earlier did not see any damage done on the coastline. This newest one sends a brand new alert into motion. This will be for the North Island, and it will also be for the areas around Fiji. So once again, this is a different earthquake. This is another massive earthquake that has struck. This all comes on the heels of us just discussing that there was an uptick in earthquake activity and that we could see more, and we are seeing just that. Now, do keep in mind that Solomon Islands, Tonga, Fiji, this is of the most active region on the planet. Let's just hope that these tsunami waves do not cause a lot of damage and that we don't see any more quakes, but it's a good possibility we'll see some swarming in this region. And when these quakes start getting this big, they affect plate boundaries in other areas, and we can see this one already has plenty of activity on it here right next to it. So another look here at the earthquake map, here global. Sometimes it'll register as 2. It's got a 7.4, 7.5 earthquake 21 minutes ago in this area. As I said before, Fiji, Tonga, this whole region, very active, all in all. A heads up, I'll update via Twitter with more. Make sure to follow me there.
We have the second massive earthquake to strike off the North Island of New Zealand. Today's powerful magnitude is 7.4. Earthquake has hit off the coast of New Zealand. This is the second M7 plus. The first one was an M7-3.
Shalom. Foremost, give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. And double honors to the elders and apostles for their truth and knowledge, for their edification and knowledge. And again, give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Kahal Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. This relates to two earthquakes. One was a 7.3, and after that, a 7.4 earthquake relating to off the coast of New Zealand, North Island, and a tsunami watch. I'm gonna get a few scriptures. Shalakia. It's Matthew 24. We'll read Matthew 24. I'm going to read 7 and 8. For the nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in different places. That's what we see in earthquakes. A lot of earthquakes in different places all over the world. These are the beginnings of sorrows. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. These are the beginning times. It relates to the birth pangs. These relates to the times of sorrows, man. These are parts of what has to happen, pretty much. I want to go to Luke. I want to go to Luke 21 and also go to Mark 13. I'll start at I'll start at 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Great earthquakes shall be in different places, and famines and pestilence and fearful sightings, and great signs shall there be from the heaven. Those great signs, man. The Lord is beginning to visit what He's made. He's showing these great signs through different types of plagues and pestilence, fearful sightings, wonders. Earthquakes are part of that. He's sending, man, or allowing to happen. There was in Antarctica, there was a split in the a crack in the iceberg. So that was one of them videos I was seeing. So a lot of activities happening. The Lord's allowing a lot of things to happen. Want to go to Mark 13? It's Mark 13. Mark 13 and 7 through 9. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must need be. But the end shall not be yet. For the nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in different places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginnings of sorrows. We're seeing a lot of troubles. A lot of different forms of plagues that's being set before the Lord. Earthquakes in places normally wouldn't happen. sometimes in places that do happen, that earthquakes do happen. So the Lord is beginning to visit what He has made. You know what I mean? So He's sending different things all over the world. You know what I mean? He's visiting pretty much the earth. Okay, that was 7 and 8. I'm gonna go to Apocrypha. Go to here. Go to 2nd Ezra 15. Read a few verses. 2nd Ezra 15. This is Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord Yahweh. And that's what the prophets are doing, man. Through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, He's speaking the words of prophecy to the multitude of nations of people. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. That relates to what's in the scriptures, man. Relating to this book here, the Apocrypha, and the Bible. Apocrypha was once in there. It was taken out. You know, it was taken out. It was separated from the Bible. You know what I mean? Because pretty much the history in here, and pretty much it will reveal certain things. It will reveal certain things. It will reveal relating to the deception. You know what I mean? That veil is trying to be, trying to be covered upon the multitude of nations of people. But that's another lesson itself. Let's go back to what was number 3. Fear not the imagination against thee. Let not the incredulity, which is disbelief or unbelief, of them trouble thee that speak against thee. And many are going to speak against thee, man. The unbelievers are going to speak. For example, 2 Peter 3 and 4. From the latter times, they're going to come after their own lust. They say, "Where's the promise of the Father coming?" I guess things continue as normal. I'm paraphrasing. So basically, the mockers and scoffers that don't believe, relating to what's in the Bible and relating to the truth and knowledge of the Bible, and pretty much what's really evidently is happening in society right in front of them. For all their unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. That's the unbelievers. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, the famine, death, and destruction. That's these different things, these different plagues and different signs the Lord is sending, man. We had over 500,000, 500,000 people relating to the 19, relating to those the deaths, man. That's a lot of people, man. And plus, because it's still continuing on. For their wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. The gross wickedness, the cesspool of the wickedness that's happened upon the earth, man. That's why the Lord is beginning to visit what He's made. The scripture says the Lord hates the wicked. He hates the wicked every day, man, because He's tired of seeing relating to what these things He's seeing upon the earth, man. So He's beginning to visit, man, and rightfully so, man. We'll go down to 11. I will bring them with a bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues. That's what the Lord is doing. And as before, will destroy all the land thereof. And Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plagues of punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, and their seed shall fail through the blasting and the hail, and with the fearful constellations. Woe unto This relates to pretty much the civil unrest related to 5:14 through 19. I talk about civil unrest, insurrection. That's happening. Martial law. That spirit of division that's going to be set forth. For example, neighbors, the famine, lack of supplies, high demand but limited supply. That's 2nd Ezra 14 through 19. I want to continue on. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. That's the wicked, man. And 2/3 have to be. Zechariah 13 and 8 and 9. 2/3 part will be cut off, man. So that part's going to be cut off, and 1/3 that remnant is going to be left therein, man. And this the one really specifically the ones empowered, man, because they have shed innocent blood, man. That causes earth related under their management, under their rulership to be what it is, man. But now this is number 27. For now are the plagues upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For Yahweh shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him, man. That's the wicked. That's 2/3. I'm going to go to 49. I'm going to go to 2nd Ezra 15:49. And I will send the plagues upon the widowhood. The widowhood is pretty much being alone, being single, without a spouse. Poverty, famine, the sword, pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. Let's go to 16 and I want to go to 16 and 18. Beginnings of sorrows and great mourning, the beginnings of famine and great death. The beginnings of wars, the power shall stand in fear, the beginnings of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? So that's the times we're in the beginnings of sorrows. We're in the beginnings of great mourning. We're in the beginnings of famine, great death, wars, rumors of wars. Society is a very complex position, a very complex state, man. These are the beginnings of evils, man, as it says in Scripture, man. We're in the time, the beginnings of sorrows. I'm going to go kind of all over different scriptures. I'm going to read 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place, in the next cities, a great insurrection, which is a violent uprising. And this specifically talks about the ones who are the believers relating to Yahweh Shem Yashah. But it's also going to be relating to insurrection pretty much of the people, man. And those that fear the Lord. Read it again. For there shall be in every place, in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoil and destroying those that fear the Lord. So that's that persecution upon the ones who are the believers. They're going to actually lay hands. It's going to come a time where they're going to lay hands on the believers, man. Go with 2 Timothy 3:1 and 9. You talk about how the characteristics of some of the people, how they're going to be towards one another in the latter times, man. Unholy, unthankful, lovers of themselves. Let's give you examples. That spirit of division and tension is going to be among one another. Exceedingly waxing cold. So that's pretty much the characteristic traits that's going to be upon certain people in the latter the times, pre-now, and really the times to come. And I'll read 72 and 73. And for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. That relates starting with the elect. Now going back to the earthquakes. 2nd Ezra 9. Let me get this one right here, 16 and 21. Behold, victual shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they think themselves to be in a good case. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, the sword, famine, and great confusion, because they believe it's trying to get back to a somewhat a normal state, but actuality, things are still happening right in front of them, and they underestimating the times. That's what's going on. They're blinded pretty much. They become oblivious to what's around them, what's really going on. 2nd Ezra 9. He answered me then and said, measure thou time diligently in itself. And when thou seest the parts of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he has made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, and that's what we see earthquakes in all over, in different places, all over the world, from the Middle East, Asia, all various countries, aftershocks, major ones, different numbers of earthquakes all over the world. So we see in major earthquakes. Read that again. Then, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, the civil unrest, the tensions, the earthquakes, like I said, the earthquakes all over the place. That was an example in New Zealand. The earthquakes is happening. There's a lot of earthquakes that happened last year, the year before, so they continuing on because the Lord is visiting what he has made. This was something short. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Yahshua Bashem, Rakal Kadash, the water for listening. Shalom. Thank you.